Welcome back. A breaking update and another angle that has now been linked to the terror module that has been busted by the state police. What we are getting to know that the multi-state anti-terror operations that were carried out in states like Maharashtra, UP and also Delhi are also underway in parts of Punjab. Now there are two angles that are being worked upon. Firstly, according to sources, what is being said that there could be direct involvement of some of the locals in Punjab in the terror plot of Pakistan. And also when it comes to the recent consignments that have been dropped from across the border using drones, now working to find whether it was meant for this terror module or not. There is a Punjab angle now, Piyush, that is now being looked into when it comes to the multi-state operation being carried out. Can you give us more information, please?
Well, yes, this is what information we are getting from our sources, Amita, because multi-state anti-terror operations were carried out in Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Delhi, and also in few parts of Punjab. So now Punjab has also been added into the list of these three states. Yesterday, Special Cell had also focused on one point that they carried out in the raids in multi-cities in Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, and Delhi. And now Punjab name has also emerged. In fact, they had specifically taken names of three states, and now Punjab's name has also come out. Two angles were there on which the Special Cell worked upon. One was the direct involvement of some locals in Punjab in this terror plot of Pakistan, and also how we saw the recent consignment that was.
Piyush, meanwhile, I believe Gursimran is also with us to get us more information, because Punjab also being, when it comes to part of the investigation, when it comes to the busting of this terror module, Gursimran, what more details can you share with us?
See, top sources in the establishment who are involved in the investigation have confirmed to Republic that they are working on the two angles. One is that some local overground network of the terrorists is actively working in various parts of Punjab. And the second is the recent consignment that was dropped from across the border using drones. It was on the August 8 when RDX, Stephen bombs, along with a huge cache of arms and ammunition, was recovered by Punjab police, thus averting a major tragedy. And now security forces are working on the angle whether this consignment was for this module to carry out major terror strikes in various cities of India in the upcoming festival session, as well as in the upcoming elections which are to be held in the first half of the 2022. So this is really very important, and what sources are telling Republic that this is something the agencies are working really seriously, because we have seen that in the recent past Pakistan is trying to revive terrorism in Punjab, thus by pushing not only drugs but a huge cache of arms and ammunition have been recovered time and again. So it was a Pakistan's plot all in all, if it comes to the recent multi-state anti-terror operation that was carried out, and thus averting a Pakistan's plot, or be it in the Punjab, especially in the Amritsar and the Firozpur area, which falls along the international border, and Pakistan thus taking the advantage of nearby border areas, have been dropping weapons as well as drugs so that they can fuel terrorism in this part of northern India. So this is something really concern for the security agencies, and that's why the agencies are working on to this angle, and they are leaving no stone unturned and taking no chance, because it is something which is linked to the national security, and being a bordering state, they cannot let anything on chance.
Absolutely, because Gursimran, when it comes to the investigations that have been carried out, especially when it comes to the June drone attack that had happened in our defense installations, we are looking at high security that has already been built up when it comes to our international borders and also at the LOC. But deep investigations that been carried out in Jammu but also in Punjab, and before the Independence Day celebrations, we are looking at a very serious investigation and probing that is being done by the state police, but also at a national level where multiple state polices are involved.
See, indeed, multiple state police are involved, and there is no doubt to it. Now, coming to the operation that was carried out yesterday, it is not limited to Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, and New Delhi. It has some more states into it. They are working on the more and more terror angles, and Punjab is one of the states that top sources have confirmed to Republic that the Punjab angle and the involvement of Pakistan is being worked upon. The two angles we have already shared, that direct involvement of the overground network, and second is the consignment that was dropped from across to be used by this module. Apart from that, there are several other states that are also being looked by the Delhi Police Special Cell. They are working round the clock to figure out those overground workers of terror outfits who were working actively on the behest of Pakistan to vitiate the peace process here in the country ahead of the festive season.
Right. Gursimran, thanks very much for getting us those details. So what is being said that when it comes to another state being added in the list where the investigation is being carried out to bust this terror module, Punjab is also being said to be one of those states where this investigation is being carried out. This is a multi-state anti-terror operations that has already been carried out in Maharashtra, in Uttar Pradesh, also in Delhi. And what is being said that areas of Punjab are also being looked into where it comes to direct involvement of certain locals and the recent consignment that was dropped from across the border using drone technology.